Hello, everybody. I'm going to read two poems. The first one, Liberty, is by John Hay, an American statesman and writer in the 19th century. And his poem compares freedom to the ocean. He says, like the sea, freedom is a force of nature that we can't set limits on. The second poem, Caged Bird, is by Maya Angelou, the celebrated American writer and civil rights activist. So the first poem, Liberty. What man is there so bold that he should say, thus, and only thus, would I have the sea? For whether lying calm and beautiful, clasping the air in love, and throwing back the smile of heaven from waves of amethyst, or whether freshened by the busy winds, it bears the trade and navies of the world to ends of use and stern activity, or whether, lashed by tempests, it gives way to elemental fury, howls and roars at all its rocky barriers. In wild lust of ruin drinks the blood of living things and strews its wrecks o'er leagues of desolate shore. Always it is the sea, and men bow down before its vast and varied majesty. So all in vain with timorous ones essay to set the metes and bounds of liberty. For freedom is its own eternal law. It makes its own conditions, and in storm or calm alike fulfills the unerring will. Let us not then despise it when it lies still as a sleeping lion, while a swarm of gnat-like evils hover around its head. No doubt it, when in mad, disjointed times, it shakes the torch of terror, and its cry shrills o'er the quaking earth, and in the flame of riot and war we see its awful form rise by the scaffold, where the crimson axe rings down its grooves, the knell of shuddering kings. Forever in thine eyes, O liberty, shines that high light whereby the world is saved, and though thou slay us, we will trust in thee. The second poem, Caged Bird by Maya Angelou, is very different in style. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends and it dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream, his wings are clipped and his feet are tied as he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. Thank you, everybody. This has been great. I'm so impressed with all the contributions so far, and I look forward to hearing more.